Hi there. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to ask you an important question. Are you wondering why your hard work isn't reflecting in your bank account? If so, I've got something that could change the game for you. With my Digital Product Accelerator one-on-one coaching program, I'm on a mission to help entrepreneurs like you bank consistent revenue without sacrificing your time or sanity. Imagine shifting from 90% client-facing work to enjoying consistent revenue from your digital products, all while reclaiming your time. You already know that you don't need another course, and a one-size-fits-all approach isn't going to cut it. What you need is a strategic, long-term plan tailored just for you. So if you're ready to build the profitable, freedom-giving business you've dreamed of, apply to work with me by going to destinycop.com/apply. I cannot wait to learn more about you and your business. Welcome to the Course Creators MBA podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Destiny Cop, and I help business owners increase the revenue with digital products and Evergreen sales funnels. In this podcast, we go deep into product and marketing strategies for digital product creators. We cover everything from digital product creation, how to market and sell your digital products, and just as important, how to find your ideal customer. Let's jump right into our show. Welcome back to the Course Creators MBA podcast. And we are in a series where we're talking all about Evergreen sales funnels. In our last episode, I walked you through the 5 different types of offers in an Evergreen sales funnels. And we also talked about where you should start. Now, in this episode, number 110, I'm going to be talking about how to choose the right lead magnet for your Evergreen sales funnels, or I should say right lead magnets, right? Because some of you are going to have more than one in an Evergreen sales funnel. And sometimes this exercise can get a little tricky because one could argue that your lead magnet content should be the same subject as your paid offer. But a question that I get all the time is how much information from your paid offer do you want to give away for free? The other question that I always get is, do I need a lead magnet like a PDF type giveaway plus a recorded webinar or some other type of higher end lead magnet before I pitch and offer my signature offer? So I'm going to answer both of these questions today for you. So let's break this down a little bit. Now, in many cases, especially for higher cost programs, it makes sense to have a higher end lead magnet before you pitch your signature offer. For instance, let's assume that your signature course or coaching program is $1,500. In this case, you will most likely need a recorded webinar or maybe even like a video series to help convert leads into customers. It is asking a lot of your audience to sit through a 1-hour or 90-minute webinar or masterclass, and most people are not going to commit to this unless they know, like, and trust you and really, really want to, learn the information that you are going to be offering in that webinar. That's why I recommend a lower commitment lead magnet at the front of your funnel where you can give your audience a quick win. But I also recommend that you're asking them to commit a little bit of their time so you can attract the action takers. Now, when I'm talking about committing a little bit of their time, I'm talking about like including a short 5-minute video to go along with your PDF download, or maybe some type of audio to go along with it, because then you're going to actually get them to take action on your PDF, right? Otherwise, it's just going to sit in their inbox and they're not going to do anything with it. Now, if your main offer is like a $300 course, a valuable lead magnet with a solid email nurture and sales sequence with your course program or sales page, and generally that's going to be enough to convert them to a paying customer. So you might not need a full-blown, 1-hour webinar for a lower priced offer like that. Now, going back to the concern that many people have is that they're giving everything away for free with their lead magnets. And I'm going to walk you through 2 scenarios here just to think about it and get your juices going as you're like thinking about what is the best lead magnet for my evergreen sales funnel. So I'm going to use an example of a health coach. And this particular health coach, she has self-published her ebook, and she offers it as a tripwire offer in her evergreen sales funnel. And it covers, it talks about living a gluten-free lifestyle. She covers the reasons why people live gluten-free, how to ease the transition from gluten to gluten-free. And she also includes a 30-day menu plan with recipes in her ebook. Now, her signature program is an online course and coaching program where she works with her clients for 3 months on creating a healthy eating, gluten-free life. Okay. Scenario 1 of options for her is she could give away gluten-free recipes in her free lead magnet. Okay. That's definitely a possibility. Or it's also possible that potential purchasers of her ebook may think, why should I buy the book when she gives us free recipes, right? Maybe there's more on her website. Scenario 2, she could do this for her lead magnet, is to talk about 5 common reasons why you're experiencing intestinal discomfort, right? Intestinal discomfort is one symptom of gluten intolerance, but she's not focused solely on that topic. She can also include information about IBS, Crohn's disease, and ulcers as other reasons for the discomfort. So that's an example of how this particular lead magnet, which is the 5 common reasons idea, related to gluten-free living, but it's not really specific enough, right, to give away all her secrets. So that would still encourage people to buy her offer in this case, which is her her ebook, and she can also lead them into her signature course with her webinar type offer once she gets to that point. So let me give you some hot tips here. If you have a lower priced offer, so for instance, $300, really anything less than $500, a valuable lead magnet may be sufficient. Now you're going to have to kind of test this out on your audience. If you're in the B2C type industry, your lower priced offer might need to be, might be like $100 or $200. And if you have a $500 offer, you still might need to do a webinar. So this isn't a hard and fast rule, but you can kind of, gauge it if you would. If you have an offer that's priced between $500 and $2,000, I want you to consider offering a high valued lead magnet like a recorded webinar or like a video series, in addition to your primary lead magnet that you are going to share everywhere. So maybe you have like a PDF like planner that you share everywhere else. Maybe you have like a short video that goes along with it. And that'll be on the front end of your evergreen sales funnel. And then later down the road, as you have warmed up your audience enough for your $2,000 offer, you can offer a high value lead magnet like a webinar and lead people into your signature program. Now, for some of you who are listening, you might have, an offer that's like a $5,000 coaching program. What I would say in these cases, in addition to the webinar, you may need to add in an additional process for you to talk with your prospect through DMs, or maybe get on some type of application call or Zoom call where you're having that interaction with them. For a lot of you, you've told me like DMs are good. You can kind of do that and get on a short call with somebody, and that works for your Evergreen sales funnel. Okay. Now, when you are mapping out your lead magnet or lead magnets, here are some things that I want you to think about. Number one, think about the content type and the format. Now, what I'm talking about here is, like, for instance, is it a PDF planner that you're going to have like a short video to go along with it, or some type of audio? If you're going to do a recorded webinar, that's content type and format. So you're just really identifying how you're going to deliver that lead magnet. Now, in addition to that, you're going to talk about the eye-catching headline. Now, I'm going to go later on in the video series, we're going to be talking about the landing pages and the registration pages in a little bit more detail, but I just want you to start thinking about your headline, or what you're going to kind of put there on the registration page for that. You're also going to list your actionable advice and tips. So even though this is a free gift, right, that you're giving people, you're still going to have to sell them on signing it up, right? So you're going to have to list what you're going to cover, or what kind of actions you're going to want to give in this particular lead magnet. The other thing that I want you to map out and think about is, how is this lead magnet relevant to your offer? Going back to our example with that health coach previously, you need to make sure that that particular lead magnet is going to lead into whatever offers you have in your Evergreen sales funnel. So that particular PDF was leading in to that ebook that she had. And later on, she would lead them into her signature coaching program. The other thing I want you to do and think about is outline, what will your audience learn? Okay. This is extremely important, especially like for recorded webinars. So you're going to list on the registration page, here's what you're going to learn as a result of this recorded webinar. You're going to talk about, what is your promise transformation? So going back to what I said earlier, even though this is a free gift, this is a free lead magnet, you still have to sell them on why they should invest their time and give you their name and email address, and invest their time in actually sitting through your masterclass, your recorded webinar, whether it's 30 minutes, whether it's 1 full hour. That's a lot of time for them. So you have to sell them on why they need to, commit or sign up for this. The other thing I want you to think about is, how would this content warm up your audience? So how this content will warm up your audience, because going back to what I said in one of our earlier podcast episodes, Evergreen sales funnel takes your prospect, somebody who's signing up for your free lead magnet, or they're just getting to know about you. It takes them on what we call the buyer's journey. So the first stage is the awareness stage, right? They're just getting aware of, you and your business. Then it moves into the consideration stage. So like in the consideration stage, they are trying to figure out, are you going to, be able to help them with their issue, with their problem? And then later on, it'll move to the decision stage, where they actually choose the vendor or the brand, or whomever, you as the coach, whomever is going to help them solve their problem. So those are the 3 stages. So will this content kind of move them down the path of what we call the buyer's journey. Now, if you need help in strategizing about your lead magnets for your evergreen sales funnels, I'm going to put the link for our digital product accelerator program in the show notes. You can learn more about it there. That is something that we do as part of the program when I'm helping you set up your evergreen sales funnels. A lot of people get stuck on, is this the right lead magnet? Is this the right webinar topic? Am I covering the right things in this lead magnet to help move people down that buyer's journey, to help actually warm them up so that when I'm ready to present my offer, they're ready to buy. So that's definitely something that we cover in that program. So if you're interested in that, I will have the link for you in the show notes. And if you have any questions whatsoever about lead magnets for your evergreen sales funnels or about the digital product accelerator program, DM me on Instagram. You can contact me on LinkedIn also. That's one of my favorite social media platforms, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you love the show, we'd appreciate a review on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast platform and show us some love there. Have a great rest of your day, and bye for now.